Have you ever felt invisible to yourself? As if, amidst the demands of daily life, you've forgotten who you truly are and the incredible power that resides within you. It's a common feeling. But today, and throughout our Mirror Ritual series, I invite you to embark on a transformative journey, a trip back home, to your most authentic self. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Louise Hay, we're going to rediscover one of the most faithful allies on your journey of self-love and acceptance, the mirror. More than just a reflection, it's a portal. This is an invitation to a daily ritual, simple yet profoundly powerful, where every gaze becomes an act of courage and every word a step towards your healing. In each episode of this series, we will explore a specific life change, focused on real challenges and practical solutions to help you release what no longer serves you and embrace the life you truly deserve. This week, we will focus on overcoming procrastination. For best results, repeat this exercise every day before going to bed. So, find your sanctuary, grab your mirror, and prepare to look into the eyes of your soul. Let's begin this ritual of love and transformation together. Stand or sit in front of the mirror. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply, inhaling calm and exhaling any tension or worry. Feel present in the here and now. Open your eyes and look directly into your own eyes. Don't look away. Allow yourself to see the person who is there, with all their beauty and imperfections. This is an act of courage and love. Place one hand over your heart. Feel the beat of life within you. With the other hand, gently touch your face in the mirror's reflection, as if you were caressing yourself with the purest affection. Begin to speak aloud, looking into your own eyes. Repeat each affirmation, feeling the emotion behind each word. As you speak, visualize a soft, healing light of the color you like best, emanating from your heart and filling your entire body. See this light dissolving any negativity. Feel it radiating outwards from you, touching everything around you. I choose to begin with one small step, knowing that small steps create momentum. I am allowed to start imperfectly, rather than waiting for the perfect moment. I trust that taking action, even tiny action, is better than taking no action at all. I choose to focus on the next 5 minutes instead of the entire overwhelming task. I am learning that procrastination is often my mind's way of protecting me from discomfort. I soften my resistance and choose one doable thing I can accomplish right now. I trust my ability to figure things out as I go, rather than needing all the answers first. I choose progress over perfection, knowing that done is better than perfect. I am allowed to break large tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. I begin where I am, with what I have, without waiting for ideal conditions. I choose to be curious about my procrastination instead of judging myself for it. I am learning that starting is often the hardest part, and I can do hard things. I trust that momentum builds naturally when I take the first small step. I choose to focus on what I can control in this moment, rather than everything at once. I am allowed to work at my own pace without comparing myself to others. I soften my perfectionist expectations and choose good enough for today. I trust that clarity comes through action, not through endless planning. I choose to celebrate small wins instead of dismissing them as insignificant. I am learning that my worth is not determined by my productivity levels. I begin with compassion for myself, knowing that shame never motivates lasting change. I choose to set a timer for 5 minutes and commit to working for just that long. I am allowed to feel overwhelmed and still take one small action anyway. I trust that I don't need to feel motivated to begin. I can start, and motivation will follow. I choose to focus on the process rather than being attached to specific outcomes. I am learning that procrastination often signals that I need to adjust my approach. I soften my all-or-nothing thinking and choose to do what I can today. I trust my ability to handle whatever challenges arise as I move forward. I choose to be gentle with myself when I notice I've been avoiding something. I am allowed to ask for help or support when tasks feel too big to handle alone. I begin with self-compassion, knowing that criticism only creates more resistance. I choose to identify the smallest possible next step and take it now. I am learning that done imperfectly is infinitely better than not done at all. I trust that I can handle the discomfort of starting something new or challenging. I choose to focus on how good it will feel to have made progress. I am allowed to take breaks without feeling guilty about resting. I soften my need to have everything figured out before I begin. I trust that taking action creates clarity about what needs to happen next. I choose to work with my natural rhythms instead of fighting against them. I am learning that procrastination is not a character flaw, but a habit I can change. I begin with curiosity about what's making this task feel difficult or overwhelming. I choose to remove distractions and create a supportive environment for focus. I am allowed to start over as many times as I need without calling myself a failure. I trust that I have everything I need to take the next small step forward. I choose to focus on what I want to create rather than what I want to avoid. I am learning that resistance often signals something important that needs attention. I soften my grip on needing to know exactly how everything will unfold. I trust my ability to adapt and adjust my approach as I learn what works. I choose to be proud of myself for showing up even when it feels hard. I am allowed to work in short bursts, rather than demanding hours of sustained focus. I begin with gratitude for my ability to choose how I spend my time and energy. I choose to notice what time of day I feel most focused and honor that rhythm. I am learning that procrastination sometimes means I need to clarify my priorities. I trust that I can handle the emotions that come up when I engage with challenging tasks. I choose to focus on what I'm moving toward rather than what I'm trying to escape. I am allowed to change my approach when something isn't working for me. I soften my expectations and choose to do what feels manageable today. I trust that consistent small actions create bigger changes over time. I choose to be patient with myself as I build new habits of engagement. I am learning that starting is an act of self-care, not self-punishment. I begin with the understanding that I'm doing this for my own well-being. I choose to acknowledge the part of me that wants to avoid discomfort, and I start anyway. I am allowed to feel scared or uncertain and still take action from that place. I trust that I can tolerate the temporary discomfort of beginning something new. I choose to focus on the relief and satisfaction I'll feel after taking action. I am learning that procrastination often dissolves when I approach tasks with kindness. I soften my inner critic and choose encouraging words that help me move forward. I trust that I have the capacity to handle whatever comes up as I work. I choose to be realistic about what I can accomplish without overwhelming myself. I am allowed to celebrate every small step I take, no matter how insignificant it seems. I begin with the knowledge that I am capable of more than my fears tell me. I choose to set clear boundaries around my work time to support my focus. I am learning that procrastination is often perfectionism in disguise. I trust that I can course correct as I go, rather than needing a perfect plan. I choose to focus on what I can do today, rather than everything I should have done. I am allowed to work imperfectly and still feel proud of my efforts. I soften my resistance to discomfort and choose to move through it gently. I trust that taking action is always better than staying stuck in analysis. I choose to end this practice by committing to one specific 5-minute action. I am learning that my future self will thank me for the small steps I take today. I begin now, with compassion for myself and trust in my ability to follow through. End the exercise by embracing yourself, or simply by keeping your hands over your heart and face. Thank yourself for this moment of connection and love.